Good morning, guys. I would like make una settle down watch this video when I want attach to this video where I dey make so. Yeah, I hold wakun like video now. A video now I did do one because of about Obaseki and Godwin Obaseki, former governor Godwin Obaseki. Quelques avec lolo non on na Haman head of all. A video like here but he only reposted. I just want to repost this video. I want them to settle down. And God will bless this boy that explain this thing in details. So I want you all to settle down and listen to this video and reshare for me so that Abat know you down. Abat know your base will see this video. You know? Don't ya put where I go about me. I'm Wabaran. I go back tack me. Don't we hear what Tanzan on ya? Alamye where akame governor deyi ri medo the governor kare doni e wa ka we politics alamye where Obaseki keke ba bat abati e boy e wa ka we politics medo ni amaya kaba amaya shi oba re medo where you na kola. So ya hold was settle down. I would like you all to settle down and watch this history with this boy narrate here. And I was happy when I see this video, and I really appreciate this boy, and God will bless you. Wherever you are, my God, you really try for this explanation. So, guys, I will make I not talk too much. I will want make una watch this video from the beginning to the end. Una will understand what I try to talk. Abat, wait till I go back me now. Wa go do see me. Wa go back see me. Wa go do home. Owo I can marry do yeri odira. Emi an do ogbe no more. So, guys, make I leave the video. Make una watch from the beginning to the end, and please help me share. You don't understand? If you have a chance on your I go about me, I go about attack me. Make a live now, make a watch the video.
The Oba of Benin is not political but historically responsible. I'll tell you why. There are many misconceptions circulating online today, mostly driven by ignorance, shallow research, and emotional reactions, especially among some Gen Z commentators who speak loudly but know little history. One of the most common claims is that the past Obas of Benin never involved in politics, and that the current Oba of Benin, Oba II, is somehow acting differently. But this is historically false. Any system that manages people, authority, relationships, negotiation, power, and survival is political. Even a family of 5 people running daily affairs practice politics. The Benin monarchy and politics did not begin today. Oba Vorame is the great-great-grandfather of the current Oba of Benin, Oba II. Oba Vorame was the last imperial majesty of Benin before the British invasion. When the British invaded Benin in 1897, Oba Vorame resisted fiercely to protect the stool of his ancestors. His eventual deportation to Calabar remains one of the most painful chapters in Benin history. After his deportation, colonial rule was imposed. Let's talk about Oba II and his politics of survival. In 1914, Prince Agwabasimi Vorame was crowned as Oba II, who restored the Benin monarchy after the fall of Benin Empire, and he became the first post-imperial majesty of Benin. Oba Eweka ruled under British oppression. He faced enormous pressure, humiliation, and restrictions. Yet, he played the politics of his time to preserve the throne and protect his people. He engaged colonial administrators. He left the palace repeatedly to negotiate. He performed traditional rites under surveillance. He was even falsely accused and forced to halt the New Yam festival. Yet, Emobo, Ugewe, and other ceremonies continued because tradition must never die. In the 16th century, during the reign of Obaseki, Benin Kingdom maintained diplomatic and cultural relations with neighboring polities, including Ida, the present-day Kogi state. According to Benin and Igala oral traditions, Obaseki gifted coconuts to the people of Ida, a gesture so significant that coconut became known as Unoba in Igala language, referencing its Benin origin. If today Oba II extends a cultural or symbolic gift to another king, some Gen Z commentators would wrongly ask, why is the Oba doing something outside tradition? This shows a gap in historical knowledge. Benin tradition has always included diplomacy, exchange, and influence beyond its border. To understand the present, we must first learn our history. Photographs from over a century ago show Oba Eweka seated regally, images that today's critics would wrongly label as pride if it was done by the current Oba of Benin. All over the world, tradition is not static, it is continuous. This is why you still see some traditions are performed today. This historic image shows Oba Akenzwa II wearing ancestral regalia still used till today. The Obas of Benin being physically supported by chiefs with their hands being held. This is tradition, not arrogance. This is also Oba Akenzwa II standing with the Earl of Plymouth, the district officers as at that time, and the distinguished chiefs in the royal palace in Benin City. This is Oba Akenzwa II and his queen, Oloi Ohan, when they traveled to London in 1956. Beside them is Princess Egbeba Lakame, the daughter of Oba Akinzwa II. The Obas of Benin has always left the four walls of their palace. Oba Ogbua traveled as far as Dahomey just for trade. Oba Zolua traveled outside the four walls of his palace to conquer territories and for other purposes. Oba Diawa of blessed memory also visited other places and government houses. Oba Semede visited the great Iya Senoheme in his home, and today it's history. In 1669, an Oba of Benin once had dreadlocks, who was Oba Akengboi. If an Oba of Benin should have dreadlocks today, critics would also scream he's trying to claim the Jamaica tradition, or he's trying to create what was not there before now. These are histories that happened before westernization. Benin bronzes from the 16th century already depict hairstyles the modern people now ignorantly call foreign. Yet today, some people demonize their ancestors' ways while copying the Western culture and calling it civilization. This is Oba Akinzwa II himself receiving Sir Ver Conward Bed, the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda. This is Oba Akinzwa II receiving Colonel James J. Oluleye of the Nigerian Army. This is Oba Akinzwa II presenting a gift to Chief Obafemi Awolowo. This is not to create a tribal war, but after the ascension of Oba Akinzwa II, he played a key role in preventing the Yoruba political absorption of Edo people. Oba Akinzwa II helped in betting the Midwestern region, today's Edo and Delta State. He protested against bad policing. He traveled extensively within and outside Nigeria. He received Queen Elizabeth II in 1956. He recovered the regalia of Oba Avorame from Britain. He left his palace so many times. Was this a problem as at that time? I would like us to note that this video does not attempt to talk about the challenges faced by Oba Avorame, Oba Eweka, Oba Akinzwa, Oba Ediawa. This video is to awaken our mind on what we today critically call politics. The truth is, Oba Akinzwa II played politics to its fullest. If it happened today, we will all scream politics, and this is ignorance. We need to awaken our mind. Like I have rightly discussed, Oba Avorame joined his ancestors in 1914. Except you were born in 1914 and you are still living today, this is the only way I can argue with you that the political structure of our tradition did not work during the reign of Oba Avorame. Oba Akinzwa II ascended the throne in 1933. Except you were born in 1933 and you have videos, pictures to prove that the Obas of Benin did not play according to the politics of that era, then I will believe whatever you say. Oba Akinzwa II joined his ancestors in 1979. While Oba Erediawa was coronated. How old were you in 1979? And a lot of us will come out today to argue that Oba Erediawa did not play according to the politics of the state or the country. How old were you in 1979? If you are 50, that's to say you were around 5, 4, 3, or 2 years old when Oba Erediawa ascended the throne. And Oba Erediawa joined his ancestors in 2016. This is to say if you are 35 now, you were in your 20s when Oba Erediawa, blessed memory, joined his ancestors. So there is no reason for you to come out today and tell me that you know the reign of Oba Erediawa better than a man in his 70s. So arguing today that the reign of the current Oba of Benin is different from that of Oba Erediawa is a blunder to history, because you were not grown as at that time. Or during the reign of Oba Akinzwa, Oba Erediawa, Oba Eweka, you were still a baby. So I wonder why people come out now to argue about their different reigns respectfully. Briefly, let's highlight a few points of Oba Erediawa's reign because he ascended the throne in 1979. Let's talk about politics, dignity, and diplomacy of Oba Erediawa. Oba Erediawa hosted the Oni of Ife in Benin when he visited. Oba Erediawa also visited the Oni of Ife in Osun State in Ile-Ife. Oba Erediawa visited other monarchs in South today and the northern part of Nigeria. Oba Erediawa maintained strong relationships with Olu of Ishekiri. He performed the Uge Mobo and Uge Wear exactly as tradition demands, as it was done in the past. Oba Erediawa engaged political leaders like Adam Soshomole. If social media existed then as it is now, critics and the Gen Zs of this era would have accused Oba Erediawa of meddling in politics. So what is Oba Ewa II doing differently? To me, nothing. The only difference today is camera phones and social media. When he travels, people complain. When he visits other monarchs, people twist narratives. When he performs rites outside the palace, people shout change of tradition. Yet, these things have always happened. Some people talk about development. The role of the Oba of Benin is not the role of the executive governor. The role of the Oba of Benin is to maintain and make sure the tradition never fades away. This is the role of the Oba of Benin, and this is what he does continuously. The Oba of Benin, just like every other monarch in the world or any other monarch in today's Nigeria, does not build roads, does not award contracts, does not control the state fund. He only uses his moral authority to advise and influence leaders for the good of the people. He cannot force a state governor to act. There's a biblical perspective to this issue. For those who claim to be Christians, but still throw tantrums to the Oba of Benin or any other king in today's Nigeria. There is a verse, Romans 13 verse 1 to 2. It said, and I quote, "Let every soul be subject to governing authorities. Whoever resists authority resists the ordinance of God." Condemning a constituted authority without cause is spiritually dangerous, even by your own scriptures. This message is not to fight anyone. It is to educate, preserve history, defend truth, strengthen cultural pride, and promote peace. Nothing happening today is new to Benin tradition. The fact that you did not witness the reign of the past Oba does not mean it is new to the tradition, or the current Oba of Benin is changing the tradition. The Benin monarchy is not compromised, and it will never be compromised. Let us pause before commenting. Let us learn before criticizing. Let us respect before judging. If you can tell me in the comment section how old you were during the reign of Oba Eweka II, Oba Akenzwa II, Oba Ediawa, then I will have to engage with you and you tell me your experience that is different from the current experience you are witnessing now. Because every tradition that is happening today in Benin, there has been no changes. God bless the people of Edo State. God bless the people of Nigeria. Omono Banedo Atokwe is